Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And I just ended my live stream reaction plus my summons, so that just ended. But today, in this video, we're here to talk about everything that they talked about in the actual live stream itself. And holy holy crap, I can't swear in the first like 10 seconds, but they have a literal crap ton of stuff that is just a W all around. This is probably one of the best live streams we've ever had as far as what they have brought to the table and what they are adding or fixing in the game. So without wasting any extra time, let's go ahead and take a look at this kind of mini roadmap for the 3.5 anniversary. Technically, that did start today. The banners are live right now for the new Blanc and Violet. Spoiler alert, it's Blanc and Violet, in case you didn't watch that spoiler video from like a week ago. But this is a little mini roadmap. There are a lot of things, and also things that we don't know yet. And I don't know if there's going to be a second page or if this is it, but they have quite a lot. Very going to quickly gloss over it. 1 free multi a day from login. 350 free crystals from a new event. Old beatdown battle 5-star free-to-play units are added to the flashback shop. We will cover that more in detail further in the video. Increased rewards from Corridor of Awakening. New Chancellor rookie support rewards. Tempest Great Harvest for the 3.5 anniversary. The new monthly pass tier that's already a thing right now. We have the EX unit development quest. We have an EX protector gift. The ability to parallel process Predator Battle and the EX ability release quest, that's also already a thing in-game. We have the 3.5 anniversary Metal Exchange guaranteed 5-star selector ticket, EX selector ticket, no less. We have the 3.5 anniversary Bingo. Union login bonus is doubled. The barrier beacons for unions, so like the attack up and the drop rate stuff, that's been increased times 2, so it's 12 hours a beacon now. We have triple bond XP. We have something called the Demonic Festival. These ones didn't translate quite as well. I'm waiting on actual translations from Roxas. But Google says the Predator Festival held obtained large amount of skill enhancements, so that sounds interesting. Updates to Union Bingo rewards, which I don't think they outlined yet. The Tower of Isis stamina campaign, so now from like floor 21 and higher, it only costs 1 stamina per tile instead of like 3 or 4, depending on how high you are. This is free building slots twice. So you get 2 free building slots for the 3.5 anniversary twice. So that's not active quite yet, but we are going to get 2 free building slots times 2, essentially. This is a healing potion quest with Gabaru, where you're going to get a lot of stamina potions, which is cool. And this is what translated to the rescue reward double campaign, if someone can actually translate that. I don't know what the fuck this is. But there is quite a lot of stuff, and also still some things that are question marks. So this is not everything. So first, we have the login bonus for the next month. You will get a free multi every day, sometimes 2, because there are some 20-ticket days here as well, on a special banner that has Awakened Isis and Antagonist Shinsha and other characters. This will go on for the next month, and it ends on the 30th, so you can miss a few days here and there if you don't log in every single day. But hey, 35 free multis. 35 free multis just from logging in is great. And, you know, Shinsha might be old, but she's still good. Isis is still a good support character. There are a lot of people that are still useful in this banner. So 35 chances, 35 multis of chances to get free stuff is great. This is the lineup of characters that you can get out of that banner. So when we've got Antagonist Shinsha, we've got Protector of Peace. I think it goes all the way back and starts at Primal Demon Diablo and stops at Shinsha and Mills. And everything in between that time period. So if we bring up the spreadsheet from Primal Demon, Diablo and Violet, Exalted Champions, Commander, Prosper, Ogre's Pride, Protector of Peace, Antagonist. I don't know if ODL is in here. Actually, no, it's not, because it only goes to Antagonist. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 metas worth of EX characters are available to be pulled from these free tickets. Plus Isis and Kyoko, which is great. Next, we have the Union. So you can exchange more items now for Union contribution. I wouldn't suggest exchanging these awakening materials. They're kind of important, especially for newer players. So it's cool. They've also added a few other things that you can exchange, but that's probably one of the lowest things I care about here. But they did add in a new tier for the Union like coins. So my Union just hit level 250, which means I can buy my second EX ticket, but they added a third level in, which is at level 100. So actually I can still buy another one. So I could get 3 now, but I don't have enough coins for it. So this is cool. It's lower than, the 250. I thought it was going to be higher. So this will give you access to a quicker EX character and 5 stars and other rewards. So that's cool. It makes things easier for people. The Union login bonus, again, is doubled. So this is a level 1 Union getting 2, 2, 2 instead of 1, 1, 1. So my Union now is getting like 5 or something of each of these things. So I'll get 10 because it's been doubled. That's great. And this is permanent, 411, 2100 on. So that's great. We have the barrier beacons now lasting for 12 hours. So the flames, the level up, Magicule gain, or the attack buffs and beatdown battles or something like that. Story quest drops. Now 12 hours that are going to be active for, which makes things a lot easier for people who may not be in your exact time zone, but still on the same server in the same Union. So I know for me in the US, like some people pop stuff at 6 p.m. my time, which is 9 p.m. for other people. They might be going to bed, but it's active for 12 hours. So it does give people a bit more time to farm up some resources or get some of these free gifts. We already know that the free monthly pass, or the next tier of the monthly pass, is here. You can get it for free for the first time, so I implore everybody to do that. I'll make my own video covering exactly what this gives us and taking a look at what benefits it can actually give. But it's active now. That's more the beatdown battle stuff. Here is the parallel processing for Predator Battle and the EX ability release quests. Okay, cool, fine, whatever. They're adding in some new missions that'll give you more ability release tokens and stamina. And these are, I think, are live right now, so you can do them from now until the 25th, and that just gives you a lot of EX ability release rocks and all that, so that's good. We're getting new crests, so more Jubilee crests and more milestone markers and all that, so I mean that's cool and whatever, collection purposes only. They don't actually do anything for you. We've got updates to the Chancellor Rookie Support campaign, which just started as well, so newer players, this is a great way to get a lot of early game enhancement materials, gold, magicules, hammers for gear, free tickets. You get 5 multis, and they've also tripled the amount of flashback crystals you get. So normally I think if you do all this you get like 1.2 million flashback crystals, which is a hefty amount, but now you're going to get 3 3/4, almost 4 million, because they've tripled it. So that's great, and there's a reason why they did that we'll get to. Next up, the Isekai Revelry, 5% 5-star rate up to 6%. All gacha players know that's a lie. But here's the reveal. It is Warrior's Mind 2.0 Violet and Blanc. And Blanc is looking, I don't say this very often, hella fine right here. She's looking pretty fire. So we'll make the cut. We'll go over the kits right now. And because they're already in-game, already subbed, we can just do it in the English way. But Blanc is dark. She's on Warrior's Mind, Primal Demon, Fount of Wisdom, and Schemer. She uses a katana. She is an AoE attack alt, so 345% and then doubled if it's an EX alt. She is the AoE dark DPS of this meta. Her first skill, stupid. Increases physical and magic attack damage for all allies, including the rear guard. So this is the buff that makes Lumi, the tournament stalwart Lumi, so good, because she gave herself 100% physical damage, which doubled your damage at the end of all the calculations. So if after all of your buffs, everything is said and done, you were about to do 10 million damage, congrats. Once you have that buff, you're doing 20 million damage. Violet, for a hefty cost, is giving it to everybody, because it's physical and magic attack damage. So it doesn't matter if you're a physical nuking character or a magic nuking character. It doesn't matter if you're in the front, in the back. It doesn't matter if you're a burst character or some other character. You're going to be doing double damage from this point forward with this Blanc skill. This is a really, really good skill. Really good for future just anything. She is very future-proof until they decide to make this like 150% with another character down the line. And then on top of that, she has a debuff that decreases all targets' dark plus damage resistance. Dark plus going to be your true attribute unbound. Dark plus right here. So this debuff is only going to apply to attribute unbound status dark characters, which is quite restrictive because some of them are not burst characters, some of them are stacking. Diablo is like stacking, so he would only get it on turn 6, 7, and 8, so he wouldn't be able to partake in this right now unless you held on to it. But Blanc wouldn't get it at that point, and you kind of need to bring Blanc to use the skill in the first place. So it is a bit more restrictive, but it's just kind of added on, and it's dark plus damage resistance, which means that Blanc, because she's dark, on top of doing double damage off this, she's going to do 140% lots more damage here as well, because she's going to be in probably the dark plus true attribute unbound status, which means that she's going to hit stupid hard. Super duper stupid hard. When you can use it properly. Very expensive skill, 90 points. Her second skill increases all orange gauges by 70% for 2 turns. And then, on turn 2 and onward, she just gives you 40 free skill points immediately. It does not go over the cap. We tested that. So if you're capped out at 150 and you use this skill, you're not going to get any extra skill points. But if you're at 110 points and you use this, then you'll be back up to the 150 cap. So just please keep that in mind. It also only activates the skill point part on turn 2 or beyond. So if you use it turn 1, you'll get the gauge increase. You won't get the points though. But you can use it 3 times a fight. And this right here kind of solves the issue of people not having the Raphael from Freerun team, because a big selling point of this Raphael was that not only is a triple orb stealer, but he's got that 50% gauge increase for oranges for 1 turn. But now Blanc has a 70% increase for 2 turns, which is better without the triple orb steal. But now she's got a physical magic attack damage, which Freerun and Fern are magic, so they're going to be doing double the stupid damage they were already doing in the first place. So Blanc is a fantastic character. I'm so glad they made her actually like viable. Both her skills I think are very good. And then True Attribute Burst Team turns 3 to 5. Her Valor trait seals attack skills, which can be useful in some scenarios. And then her trait is Protection Gauge every 3 turns. So, I mean, any way you look at it, this Blanc is a huge W. Like, she's future-proof because she's buffing literally the entire game. And then she's debuffing characters and making certain characters stronger in certain scenarios. And then an orange buff. I mean, orange teams are becoming much more prevalent. We got Himmel, we got Antagonist, New Year's Blessing, Wielder of Magic. We have a few orange teams, and we're going to get more. Plus this Warrior's Mind 2.0 team. And then free 40 skill points. Blanc is very good. Violet, I'm not as big on, unfortunately. But she still does have her uses. She's fire, she's physical as well. Warrior's Mind, Primal Demon, Antagonist, and Schemer. Uses a great sword, which I haven't even made a fire great sword for her yet. She is a support alt, so 150%, gives Warrior's Mind 25% weakness strike, and that goes higher as you put more rocks and more dupes in her. Her first skill applies 2 stacks of control to all targets, which is the same effect that Protector Maribel has from the Prosper meta, the control effect. So at the end of the turn, for every stack of control that you have, you get 15% extra weakness strike. At the end of the turn. That's very important. So it doesn't apply to characters that like you move to the back or something. They don't get it. So you have to keep characters up front to actually benefit off the control. But every stack is 15% weakness strike. And since she's doing 2 of them, that's actually 30% weakness strike. And if it's an AoE, because if there's 3 enemies, that's now 30, 60, 90% weakness strike every turn. So it can go from a maximum of 30% to a minimum of 30% to a maximum of 90% weakness strike every turn, if you keep them up front. And then on top of that, she lowers alt resistance by 40% for 2 turns, which that isn't huge, but it is a 2-turn debuff, which is good. And then her second skill changes all Primal Demon, Schemer, and Antagonist orbs into rainbows, and then gives them a 10% protection gauge buff. which is actually great because this will stack on top of all the other gauge buffs from every other team. So like this 10% protection gauge will work with the 70% orange gauge buff that Blanc is doing because they're doing different things and they're for different orbs. So, and they're rainbows. Schemer, not a huge team. Primal Demon does have quite a few units. Antagonist is getting there. The control, because you have to have units up front, I'm not super huge on, because there are times where I'm just going to not have my DPS up front, so they're not going to benefit off of it. So it is kind of wonky to work around. The orb change, I mean, it's cool. Schemer, again, doesn't have a lot of units. Antagonist is getting more. Primal Demon, obviously, is the biggest one here. It's useful. It's like Octagram Demon Lord Millam's orb change, but she only has 2 forces. So they could be used in similar scenarios. So, I mean, Violet is okay. She's definitely not as good as Blanc, but she's okay. Which leads us to the actual banner itself, which is her and a bunch of other characters. But let's continue on with the actual live stream coverage. And actually, we'll get to the animations actually now.
もう諦めなよ。絶望たちが群れをなして全てを食い潰す。レノーズンバニッシュ。すっきりした。
儚いものも命を懸けた抵抗もただ散りゆくのみ。さようなら。 暗転白列。さあ、進軍を続けましょうか。
God, she's hot. Okay. The animations look really good. Blanc's especially. Violet is fun. They did put a lot... I like these animations a lot more than I like Shuna and Gobwas and all that. That's for damn sure. But the animations go hard. Blanc, I think, looks really, really good. Violet, I think, is okay. She might be useful somewhere, but she's not like a mainstay unit. Blanc very much is, though. Moving on down the line, we have an EX upgrade for Primal Demon Jaune, Earth Jaune, who is not a good character, so I mean, cool, whatever. She did not get a skill fusion. However, they have begun the skill fusion of free-to-play units, which I will cover exactly what these do in its own video, but they have now started the precedent of giving the older 5-star free-to-play units skill fusions to make them better, which is fantastic. Making these units better is great because they are so old and a lot of them are actually ass. So giving them any kind of remote viability nowadays is fantastic, and it means that we're also going to get skill fusions for the other ones as we move forward. On top of that, where is it? Oh, it's somewhere else. I gotta find it. Okay, here's the important thing. Permanent editions. They're adding some of the free-to-play 5 stars from previous beatdown battles into the Flashback Bazaar and the Corridor of Awakening shop. This is live right now. So if we go in-game, go to the shop, you can now buy some of those old characters that you missed their reruns. But now in the Flashback, you could buy the initial dupe and the dupes and the gear and the enhancements for Primal Demon Misery, for Tempest Elite Gobta, New Year's Diablo, Cleash, who's shit, don't buy her. Ranga, he's okay. Vengeance Yome, Romarus from the Summer Memories, Traya, the Goddess of Green Orbs herself. You can now get, and Warrior's Mind Xion, and Gabaru, and Fount of Wisdom Gobta down here. So it's not all of them, but they are being added slowly but surely. So I assume that as more months pass, they will add more and more in. It might be in waves, so it might not be every single month. But the fact that they have finally fucking listened to us and be like, give us a way to get the old free-to-play characters, I could not be any happier. This made me more happy in this live stream than even Blanc's kit. I could not believe my eyes. And then you're going to get enough dupes to get them to level 100. And then in the Corridor of Awakening Bazaar, now you have their additional dupes. And you have some enhancements for when they get their skill fusions. So Shion, Gobta, and Gabiru got their skill fusions. They do cost a bit more to skill fuse initially to get to like that skill fusion level, but then you can just buy all these and you could probably get them done. So you can buy their extra 25 copies to get them to level 120. So the flashback will get you to level 100, but they're finally doing it. They're finally adding the old free-to-play characters into a place where people can get them. And this is also why they're giving out triple the amount of flashback crystals from the rookie support campaign. So you can buy these old 5-star beatdown battle characters. Oh my god, I was so happy. You have no idea how long I've been asking for this. But on top of that, Predator Battle, they changed the rewards slightly so you can get the specific enhancements. That's not really too big of an issue. Here is the 3.5 anniversary event where you can get once a day. You can do the event to get 10 medals and 10 crystals for the next 35 days. So it's a free multi and it's coins for the shop. That's cool. Here's a new Court of Awakening screen that has the new 5-star character dupes. We have the KAIJIN event coming out on the 14th, which is technically the 13th. So Sunday is the KAIJIN event, and that will run until Thursday night. So you got 5-ish days to farm the KAIJIN event, the best event in the game for farming materials as such, which is great. We have Predation Battle, which is already active, I believe. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah, Predation Battle right here. So that is already up, and you can do it. And then we've got the stamina reduction. So from floors 21 and higher, it'll cost 1 stamina per panel. And 21 and higher, because 20 and below only costs 1 to begin with. 21 is where it starts costing like 2 stamina, and then goes higher and higher. By the time you hit floor 60, it's 4 stamina. So this says clear floor 60 with ease now, and get those rewards, because it only costs 1. So it's really good if you haven't done tower yet, which I have not finished all the new tower floors, at least fully explored them and got all the chests. So this makes things really, really nice. And then we got triple bond XP going on now until the 25th when the meta changes. Triple bond XP for talking to your people in town, which is great. We have the Tempest Great Harvest where you can farm all the food. That will also start on Sunday. And then here is the bingo, or the 3.5 anniversary coin shop. So we have a ticket right here for EX for the 3.5 anniversary banner. We have a normal 5-star ticket. We have battle clusters and shards and a whole bunch of other rewards. You can translate it as you can see right here. A lot of other premium stuff that you normally don't get access to. This is a selector ticket at the top right here. You can get one. And these are the units that you can pick from. It's very old characters, unfortunately. It goes from like Fount of Wisdom Rimuru all the way down here up to, I think, Wielder of Magic Shinsha, and everything in between that's not a collab. So they're very old, but some of them still do have value. So I will make its own video on this for what characters you should pick out of this, but that'll be separate. We have the next difficulty of Calamity Conquest coming out on Sunday, going into the 30th. All the videos for Calamity Conquest are not even out yet for me. I still have like 3 of them waiting to be released. And now they're going to drop more difficult versions. So that's another 7 videos and change right there. So that's fantastic. More content for me. More difficult content for people that want difficult content. All right. Here is the EX like free thing. You get a free copy of Diablo and Rimuru and a dupe of Rimuru as well. Like, it's not just a shard of Rimuru. It's the initial copy of Diablo, an initial copy of Rimuru from just doing missions, and then you get a dupe of him so you get access to his trait. This is fantastic for new players because, you know, you're not guaranteed an EX character when you start. Now you are. Diablo is very old. This is the very first EX meta, but the fact that you can get it for free, literally for free, is incredible. And Rimuru, I mean, is still a pretty decent support option. Like, he can AoE, he can support physical units, he can orb change. Like, he's still good. He's not tippity top tier, but she's also not complete dog water like some of the other characters are. So this is fantastic. Plus other materials you need to awaken 5-star units in general. And then we move on. Here is the announcement for the true 3.5 anniversary live stream, the 24th at 4 a.m. my time. So literally 13 days from now, we will have another live stream. This will be the big time banner that people should actually summon for. And we'll see what the triple featured unit banner will look like and what that team is focused on. I think it should be pretty good, but this is also coming from me who said Divine General should be good, and look how that turned out. So please take it with a grain of salt. But that is the live stream coverage for today. A lot of just huge W's across the board. Free tickets, free EX characters, free bingo. This comes out, this is now anyways. This is more free tickets for like a Primal Demon, something, demonic festival kind of thing. Triple Bond XP, stamina reduction, free-to-play characters being added into the flashback shop, Blanc actually being a very good character, and Violet being solid-ish. This is just a huge, fantastic update, and this isn't even like the big-time banner. We'll get more information in 2 weeks from now on other stuff that's going to be coming from the question marks that are here. So this should be what is shaping up to be a very, very good 3.5 anniversary. I think they've done a great job so far, and it's literally only been 2 hours. So let me know what you guys think. I'll have many more videos coming out over the course of the next couple weeks, over day and day, covering more specific items from this. But again, let me know what you guys think. That's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.